The ESRB has rated Planet Zoo E10 Plus for crude humor, mild blood, and mild violence. It has been approved for everyone aged 10 and over. Hey there, boys and girls. How you doing? This is Jack. Welcome back to the zoo. You may notice some changes to the zoo. I put together a unified theming for it because I was using basically anything that looked vaguely tropical. But in this case, I decided to go with a unified theme so that it looks like one big zoo. The last thing we did was we moved the bush dog to their new habitat. I don't know yet what we're going to do in this episode. So how about we go to the wheel and give it a spin? Okay, here we go.
American flamingo.
Interesting. Okay, so the American flamingo. It's a bird I'm familiar with. They live here in Florida. Every zoo within a sniffing distance of my house right now has them. I'm taking a sip. I am not drinking my usual iced tea today. I am drinking sugar-free mandarin orange soda water. It is flavored soda water that tastes like mandarin oranges, and it's not that bad. I'm not advocating. You notice I didn't tell you the name, but that's what I'm drinking. I'm not trying to make a commercial here. Okay, I'm gonna put the American flamingo in this corner. Let me dump this. And let me do this. See, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8? Yeah, there's 8. Okay. Just to give that corner a curve. Now, let's look at the American flamingo. American flamingo. There we go. The base size is 20. The smallest flock you should have is 20, and that's 10 males, 10 females. How big an enclosure do 20 flamingos need? 471 square meters, and they need an additional 353 square meters of water. So let's go find my size, my size template. Where did I put it? I don't know where I put it. Oh, this. I forgot. I was looking at a blueprint, and I put it down, and then I forgot to erase it. Sorry about that. Oh, come on. Okay, where's my size template? I know I left it around here somewhere. Over here. There they are. Okay, let me see. It was 471 plus an additional 300 some odd. All right. Why do I have that one? I need the 500 for this. Because I think what I need is about, if I can't do the math very well in my head anymore. Since the stroke, I've not been able to, I used to be a whiz at doing math in my head. I could just grind out math problems easy, and then I had that stroke and suffered brain damage, and as a result, I can't do math in my head anymore from beans. It is what it is. Anyway, so let's just call it an even 1,000, which means I'm definitely going to be giving these birds more than what they need. Okay, here we have 1,500 square meters. And I'm going to get another. Facility's having a significantly negative effect on the guests. Wow. Wonder what the facility is. Probably the water treatment plant over on the bush dogs. Let's go check on that. Where did I put the bush dogs? Oh yeah, they're over here. Bush, there they are. I'm betting it's this thing. Anyway, let's get back to the flamingos. Okay. It's a nice arrowhead shaped. Nice arrowhead shaped habitat. Oh, it sounds like it might getting rainy outside. Hasn't started yet, but that was definitely thunder I heard in the background. I'm feeling pretty good, by the way, as far as my health is concerned, and I know that I constantly talk about my health, but my health's a concern. But anyway, today I'm doing very well. I'm not so tired as I usually am. I'm feeling good. I got a lot done. I got the dishes done this morning. And I know that sounds very mundane, but something you got to know. When you've got chronic fatigue, when you get chronic fatigue, even something as simple as the dishes can just knock you into the dirt. Let's see, bark. Okay, and I want the 4x4 piece. We're going to build a support building right here. What's that? 1, 2, 3. Is that 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 6. Okay. We're going to put a door there. And then we're going to come over here. Get rid of these two pieces because we're going to replace them with that. All right. Let's run this barrier around a little. Right there. We'll bring this over here. We'll add a joint to this barrier and move it over here. Do that again, because I'm changing the design in my head as I do this. Because originally I thought, oh hey, I'll put the door here. No, I'm going to put it here. And then this is going to just work like that. And that right there will be our bird's living space. We'll get another door. I need to stop mumbling. The problem is I can't. I'm literally physically incapable of speaking loudly anymore. This is about as loud as I can talk. So I'm sorry if it sounds like I'm mumbling. I really am. I'm not trying to mumble. It's just, what else can I do? You know. I try to follow the rules of the operational rules for the microphone I'm using. I'm using a Yeti. It's one of those suspended Yetis, so it hangs down over me. That way it doesn't get in the way of my hands, which is a good thing. And but I've got the Yeti, and I'm trying to follow the rules. The rules are like, you know, don't talk real into it, like press your mouth against it because it makes the sound go crap. Just like that did, you see? But at the same time, I have to speak loudly enough to be heard. And that can be a problem sometimes if you're incapable of speaking loudly. So I apologize ahead of time for when I'm just not projecting enough. I do my best. And this is, of course, the problem with doing this when, you know, when you've got physical disabilities that prevent you from being the best content creator, but at the same time, I'm doing my best to be the best content creator I can. I have fun with this. This is fun for me. It's not just, okay, that goes away. Bye-bye. You know, I mean, this is basically a hobby. You know, if I can eventually turn it into a job, fine. I would love to turn it into a job. But I understand the reality of the situation. I am not I'm not Rudy. I'm not the lady designer. I'm not Caesar. I'm nowhere near big enough to turn this into a job, even though I would love to, I would love to. You know? Because I can't work. I'm too disabled to work. So I do what I can around the house. You know, I do dishes, I cook when I can, all that number. But there's no way that I don't cost the household more than I bring in, because I do, and I know it. And it's not a pleasant thought to be a burden on your family. But unfortunately, it is what it is. There's not much I can do about it. So I do most of the cooking and the cleaning, and my younger sibling takes care of me, and he takes care of my parents. I do live with my parents, although it's more accurate to say my parents and I live with my brother Nathan, because Nathan takes care of both of my parents, who are quite elderly and disabled in their own right, and take care of me while I'm at it. I do get help. I mean, I'm disabled. I'm a disabled veteran, so I do get help from the DMV. You know, and I get disability, and I contribute 100% of what I get from disability to the household. But I know I'm still costing the people, you know, the rest of the family more than I bring in, even with the disability assistance, because it is what it is. But I cook dinner, and I clean the dishes, and I make sure that, you know, I make sure the house is not a disaster, so that Nathan doesn't have to do all the housework. There are some things I just simply cannot do that he does have to do. You know, Lord knows you don't want me going up on a ladder to change a light bulb, because I will fall and break something. I can't do heavy lifting. Give you an idea of what I mean when I say I can't do heavy lifting. Yesterday, I needed to put away a 10-pound bag of sugar. And by put away, I mean that I needed to put this 10-pound bag of sugar into a canister that we hold the sugar in when we have sugar, which meant lifting the bag to chest height from a counter that was already chest height and pouring into the canister. And I caused myself muscle strain doing that, because Jesus Christ, was that heavy. And that's what I mean by, you know, if you want to know what I mean when I say I'm disabled, that's what I mean. I have no strength left. I have no balance to speak of. What I do have, though, is a love of making zoos. I do love this game, even when it gives me problems, although, to be honest, it hasn't given me any problems today. All right. Now, how much depth do they need? They don't need any real depth. So, let's do this. Boom, and we'll take it to the square. Let's take that down to, say, 10 meters. that 9? That's 9. 10. Okay. And we will get this organized. I will put the barriers back. But for right now, I need them to be gone because I've got to put down water. And that means digging. And digging don't like, the digging does not like barriers. It likes paths just about as much as barriers, but it's less fussy about paths. Okay, and let's see. They don't need that much water, so what do you think? That? Yes, I think that works. So. And this is going to be a lot like what we did for the little penguins. It's going to be a lot like it. And let me get the flattened, so let's make it rock. Now let's use the smooth tool. Kind of soften all the edges here. All right, and let's see about the water. There we go. I'm going to put barriers back now. I'm going to get it right up to this mulch line that I use. I cannot recommend enough using a mulch line when placing your barriers. I don't use it all the time, but I should because it makes it so much easier to tell where your barrier line's going to be. Okay. Now this is going to be my American flamingo habitat. Let's pull that up. American, African, Alpine, American, Standard Donkey, American Flamingo. Here we go. Let's take away all the blueprints. Alrighty. Let's put a floor in here. Concrete. Isn't this so much better without all the lag? You know, the suddenly, oh, we're locked up again. Well, no, we're not locked up this time. All right, that is going to be that for the For the shelter, let's put in some bedding. Okay, what is the back wall going to look like? We're going to use this because they don't need a lot of height, right? What kind of height do they need? They need grade 1, 3 feet. Yeah, that's that right there. And we'll adjust the barrier. Okay. This is the same wall we used on the back of the bush dog habitat. Now we're using it on the flamingos. And I need 20 of them, 10 males, 10 females. I've decided not to use any of the tropical rock formation in my border on this one. If you ask me why, I wouldn't be able to tell you. I just made that decision. No, we're not going to do that this time. We're just going to... We're just going to use the bamboo wall. Okay, now what fence do I want on the facing? Do I want the chain fence? Or do I want... I think I'll use this one. Here we go. You see that? Here we go. Now it's flying straight. I am gonna have to just keep adjusting. I'll keep adjusting as needed. You know, you got to be patient when doing this and get everything right. If you're not going to do it, you know, if you're not going to put all the attention to detail into it, then what's the point? This is, the more precise you can get it, the better. Okay, here we go. Now we're cooking with gas. Or, you know, I thought we were until I realized that, no, we're veering toward the path. We're not going straight. I'm going to have to adjust the fences though as I put them down, but I mentioned that already. Now this may be the exception where I do put down a big rock to cover that overlap. There we go. Okay, let's see about getting some birds in here, huh? America, spread your golden wings. Okay, we need 10 of each, 10 males, 10 females. So, that's 2 and 2. Four and 4. Six and 6. And yes, I'm counting out loud for reasons because I can remember it that way. 8 and 8, and this is 10 and 10. Alrighty. And I'm going to need some food bowls, trays. $20 birds, I'm going to need more than one food bowl. Aha. Hello, Dolores. Terrain, okay, what do we need? We got too much short grass. We need some soil. All right. Get the terrain brush and soil. Okay. Still too much short grass. What else does it need other than soil? Rock? It's got rock. Sand. Needs some sand. Okay. Sand is good. You know what? I think I'm just going to leave it like it is. Okay. North America, South Central, and it is tropical. Okay, doke. Water pipe. Okay, a curio ball. Let's go ahead and add a curio ball. Forage pool. Oh yeah, no wait. I got a black blueprint for that. A middle frame waterfall. Right there. Let's see. Plants are at 99%, but you know what? I'm going to add more. Ah, damn it, it's on the sprinkler. Okay, nature, and I want bald cypress. The commanding general of the wetlands that American flamingos are usually found in is the bald cypress. There we go. What else do we need here? What else do we need? Okay, we got all the toys we can give them. Here we go. That looks great. Look at this. Okay, let's put a roof on the building. And it's palm. Like I said, I often revise my designs while I'm working on them. Yeah, it looks like some of my newly adopted flamingos were sick coming into the zoo, so the vets are treating them, which of course is exactly what the vets are supposed to be doing. But I do dislike the fact that the game very often, it's like, oh, you want to adopt an animal? Sure, it's going to have salmonella or Asian bird flu or whatever the disease is. It's like, wait a goddamn minute. How often does this happen in the real world? Could you just line up? Come on, man. What's your freaking problem? All right. Go back to the palm. There we go. All right, let's get to the externals. Okay, we've got the American flamingo. It's going to be in December. It'll have the tropical playlist. And on the cover. Let's get some donation buckets going. I don't need them for actual donations, but I was like, you know what? I don't need these. I can stop, I can not put them down. And then I went, no, that looks so odd to me. I am so used to having donation buckets that when I don't have donation buckets, something feels off. It's just my thing, but it is my thing. That, the donation buckets are necessary for my builds because it just doesn't look right otherwise. So here we have the American flamingo habitat. Don't need deep water, don't need underwater viewing because these birds swim on the surface. I like how this build came out. It worked really well. It did. And it looks good. It looks amazing. Oh, excuse me, I just yawned into the microphone. Construction, walls, doors. There's the one I'm looking for. Oh yeah, that just looks great. And we got benches, we got donation buckets, we got plants. There we go. Overlapping, okay. It's, what is it overlapping with? Oh, I see. Okay. Well, there we go. That was easily taken care of. All right. So this is the American flamingo habitat for the Oak River Zoo. Let me know what you think in the comments below. If you want to just tell me hi, or that my videos are horrible, whatever you want to talk about, I want to hear from you. If you haven't already, please subscribe. Share the video if you like it. All the usual YouTube golf. I look forward to the next video. I can't wait to get into it because I love doing this game. And we're going to add a facility. I know I'm closing out the video, but we are going to add a water purifier to this habitat. Right there. Okay, we got more overlapping speakers. All right. Anyway, guys, I will see you in the next episode. Don't know what it is. We'll spin the wheel when we get there. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Could account for all the humans crashing into habitats and ravaging the planet we inhabit as if we can get a new one. There is a solution, you could be a part of it. There's a revolution, you could be the start of it. Better get a move on while there's still a chance of it. If there's no improvement, this could be the last of it. Nature was a haven, now we need saving. No more conversation, time for cultivation. We all got a part to do to help the world pull through, but you gotta build a zoo. This is the law of the jungle, as old and as true as the sky. The forest protected shall prosper, the forest neglected shall die. You've an aptitude to change attitudes, cause we have to prove it. That planet to grab your shovel. There's work to do, the world's in trouble. You